Get tired of being ever so tired. Don't you ever want more? So then you'll never get it. I'm seeing the way you look at life like a spectator on the outside. You gotta get in the game sometime. I listen to the way you complain about what you don't like. And I get it, but I understand it ain't always what you think. People only show you their best selves on the internet, and all that glitters is still not gold. You got
Yeah.
Hey yo, Pluto.
Yeah.
Going crazy.
Diddy.
Let that shit ride.
Emotionally
88.
caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Emotionally caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Yeah. Lost a lot of niggas to the street life. I guess that's why mama told me been before the street lights. Come on out of police lights, they won't chase me right. Remember hustling nicks and dimes just to keep my feet right. Homies dying every day, beef come from every way. Had to grab a Glock to tell these op niggas not today. Mama don't know what to say, mad that I grew up this way. Little block I came up on cause it made me who I am today. Running trains of groupie bitches, never one to settle down. Whoever thought in grade school that I'll be a felon now. Pushing up on anybody cause in my hood we gets down. Used to toe standard but my pistol got a neck now. Cage with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep waters, I feel like I'm Mike Phelps. Emotionally caged with nobody here to help. Living life on life terms, playing with cards that life dealt. Robbed in front of my kids, can't explain how that felt. Swimming in these deep.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
What's going on, everybody? This is Lance Self, is who I am.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And we are the Selfs, and here to present our show called Self-Explanatory.
Yes, it's our podcast
That name-
presented by 419 Grind.
That name just has a ring to it. Self-Explanatory. I feel like we're about to be explaining a bunch of shit. This is true. I feel that's what it's about to be.
Well, I think we're going to talk about a couple of things. We're going to talk about marriage, of course.
Okay.
We've been married, 2 years now, right?
2 years, we've been together for 8.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, my goodness. It's a long time.
Y'all gonna ask what took so long.
What did take? You know what? We'll get there.
Self-explanatory.
We're going to talk about blended families.
Yeah.
Praying for your spouse. Gender roles. Living with family members.
Woo.
Cheating.
Uh-huh.
Raising kids. Family upbringing. Being there for your spouse. Finances. Being a wife and a husband. Trying to be together and be individuals at the same time, which is one of the things
It took a while.
it's taken a while, but
it has
it's the
taken
fun
a while.
part. We're
Yep.
learning that.
That's what marriage is.
It's a process.
It's a life journey.
I like
It's not
that.
an overnight thing. Yeah, because I know there's a lot of days where I'm trying to be individual. I get on your nerves because of my individual ways. I can tell you one thing for damn sure though. Definitely get on my nerves. It'd be a lot. She definitely gets on my nerves, but I love her.
I get on your nerves?
Yes, it's possible. You do a lot. What's wrong? What's the problem? What's wrong? Hey. I am Lance Self.
And I am Arlinda Self.
And this is the Self-Explanatory Podcast, presented by 419 Grind.
Listen on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. This is another 419 Grind exclusive. Wake up, Toledo. Wake your ass up. You're listening to the 419 Grind's Rise and Grind Morning Show. Rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com. Grind Morning Show, presented by 419 The Grind. This is another 419 Grind exclusive. Toledo, rep your city. Visit us online at the419grind.com.
Good morning, Rise and Grind Grinders. It is the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show with your girl, Miss Leah Renee. And I do not got my boy Big Trees with me, so I'm going to have to say, hear me for him. But I do have a special co-host in the building with me today. My boy Rob Lewis is in the building.
Yes. What's going on?
A.K.A. RC.
Right.
Okay. And so he is our newest, one of our newest podcasters. He has, you have your own show,
right.
Clock Talk.
Yeah.
We're going to get more into that later. But, for those of you who don't know who he is, he's new to the 419 Grind Studios.
Hey, I'm happy to be a part of the team.
We're happy to have you. That's just a beautiful thing. And the family's growing, and I love it. I love to see new faces and meeting people.
Yes.
And
I love what y'all doing. I watch y'all every morning.
That's wonderful.
Y'all like super inspiring. I be texting Jesse in the middle of y'all show like, this is dope.
That makes me feel good. That's why I love to do it. You know, like I just want to be an inspiration and just want to be a light to people. So it makes me feel good when people say, stuff like that. So I appreciate that. So we're going to get into the traffic and weather real quick before we go any further, so that all of our listeners and viewers know what's going on out there. The weather's looking good so far. It's 48 degrees currently and sunny. It's going to get up to a high of 64. It'll be sunny today. I don't think there's supposed to be any rain, but you never know with Toledo weather.
Right, you hope
sometimes
not.
It's sunny and then it rains and then it gets sunny again, so you never know. That fall weather is definitely coming in. It's getting
Hoodie
worse.
weather.
Yeah, hoodie weather for sure.
Yeah.
Scarf weather.
Yeah.
Ugg weather.
Peacoat weather.
Yeah.
Timberland weather.
Yeah, we got the crisp weather coming in. Fall season is here, definitely. As far as traffic is concerned, there is a crash on 475 eastbound. The left lane is blocked. It's near Corey Road. So if you're out there in that area, make sure you give yourself some extra time to get through that. And be safe when you're driving out there on the roads because, no texting and driving, no distracted driving. We need to be safe out there on the roads.
I was speeding on the way here. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
yeah,
goodness.
I was.
I was too. I was running late.
And I had to go through Ottawa Hills, so I was like, they gonna have to, if they get behind me, they gonna have to follow me to the studio today.
Yeah, so don't be like us, guys. Give yourself some extra
Right.
time and don't be speeding. And that's your weather and traffic for the day. So the Rise and Grind Morning Show is brought to you by our sponsor, Dr. Breon Hall and Greater New Psalmist Church. Want to send a shout out to them. We have
Dr. Bree, the truth.
Oh, he is.
Yes, that's Big Bro. That's he the truth.
Oh, yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, that's he's definitely a great bishop. He does a lot all over the community and for his congregation.
Yes.
And I love him a lot. So shout out to our sponsor, and we have other sponsors, right, Dewan?
Yeah.
Who are our other sponsors? Well, shout out to our other sponsors. We're gonna have that together next time. But yes, if you would like to become a sponsor on the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show, make sure you send your info to info@the419grind.com, and you can become a sponsor of the 419 Grind Studios and the Rise and Grind Morning Show. So we have some trending topics. You know, there's a lot going on in the media. I don't know. Do you listen to that?
I do. I'm always in tune. Like, I be up. I'm always on my phone trying to figure out what's going on.
So a couple of the things that were going on in the headlines that I had heard of was, well, for one, I know you're hearing all this stuff about how Trump didn't pay taxes.
Not paying taxes.
And that's just crazy to me because
he need to give me the game.
Yeah.
$750 is low.
Man,
that is low.
They said that that's the equivalent of someone who works a salary of making $20,000 a year. So you have people who are, making, maybe $40,000, $50,000,
right.
Just trying to survive, and they're paying way more taxes than someone who's now running our country and has businesses. And there's even like a clip of him saying, "I'm so rich" or something. I don't know.
But the thing is, it's like, even with him only paying that much, it's like, why put the information out there? Because it's not gonna mean anything.
Yeah,
nothing's gonna come from it. Happen. It's like it's like a slap in our face. It's like they just gonna keep, just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, he just does what he wants to do.
Yeah,
it's been like that from the beginning. I mean, even before went into
yeah,
office,
exactly,
so
way before.
Just the fact that he had went into office,
it's just illuminated now.
Everything that happened, it's like nothing surprises me anymore
right.
with him. So I don't know. You don't know what to expect anymore with him. But also, there was. Sorry, you'll have to excuse us. There's some technical difficulties going on here behind the
going
scenes,
off,
but it's okay. We're gonna get it together. But yeah. So, anyways, is my mic on? Someone said they don't think my mic is on.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. I apologize if there's any audio difficulties or technical difficulties. We're getting it together. I appreciate you guys bearing with me, and thank you for letting me know when we got issues going on, because I love when you guys keep me on my P's and Q's.
Is my mic on? I think I'm good, right?
Yeah, I think we're good. So, but yeah, so also there was 50. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I hear myself.
Yeah.
I didn't hear myself at first either, and I was wondering, like, how come I can't hear myself? So, good morning, everyone. I apologize if you couldn't hear me. It is Miss Leah Renee on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. In case you didn't hear anything, I'm here with my boy Rob Lewis, aka RC. Yeah. He's one of the newest members on our team. Over here at the 419 Grind Studios. He also has his own podcast called Cloth Talk, and we're going to get more into that later in the show, but just giving him his introduction. He's here to be my guest co-host for the day.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate
I'm happy
it.
To be here.
I'm happy that you're here because Big Treese, he's out handling some business.
And Treese is like,
he's booked and busy. Treese is booked and busy.
He like a hard act to follow. Like Treese is so energetic. He don't He definitely keeps me. He keeps me full of energy and like hype. Because, and he like that every day.
Yeah, he's like that. That's just him.
I never see him and he not like that.
Yeah, he is. So. That's definitely him. It's not an act. That's him in the flesh all day, every day. I love him, and so I always miss him when he's gone. So I appreciate you coming in and stepping in.
If you listening, Treese, you can't come back. I'm taking your job.
So shout out to everybody who's tuned in on the live. We love all our loyal listeners and viewers. My girl Katie, my boy TJ, my girl Keitha, and everybody else who tunes in every day. I know there's more people on, but I can't see their names for some reason. So if I didn't shout out your name, it's only because I can't see your name yet. But we love you guys, and we appreciate you tuning in every morning. In case you guys didn't hear me when I said it the first time, we are definitely showing love to our sponsor, Dr. Breon Hall in Greater New Psalmist Church, and our other sponsors. We just took on some new sponsors as well that we're going to be throwing into the lineup, and that we're going to be having in the midst of our shows. So thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you to all of our viewers and listeners. We appreciate all the love and support here at the Rise and Grind Morning Show. So, I don't know if you guys heard do you think they heard the weather and traffic? Because was my mic out that whole time?
I heard it. Okay. All right. Well, it's a beautiful. It's definitely a beautiful day out there. So if you don't have to work and you don't have school, you should get out there and try to make some plans while you still got some sunny weather going on, because we don't got too many more of them days. Like we said, the fall weather is creeping in. It has crept in, and it's getting chilly out and brisk, and the sun is going to be leaving us.
This is the best weather, though.
You like the fall?
Yeah,
Is the fall your favorite season?
Guy. Yeah.
The spring is my favorite season because my birthday's in the spring, because it's it's like warm. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just like perfect weather.
It's the leaves and everything else for me.
Yeah. No, I do love the views in the fall. Like the views are definitely the best in the fall here in Toledo. So we were talking about trending topics too earlier, I don't know, while my mic was going in and out, and we were talking about Trump not paying taxes, and that's just crazy to me. But like we said, I mean, nothing surprises us anymore with this guy.
Nothing from him.
It's been just a clown show since he's been in office. But
it's scary, the fact that he might get another opportunity.
Yeah, it's really scary because I honestly, I think he has a great. I think. Okay. Are you voting?
Of course.
Yes.
I've been voting since I was of age.
Yes, me too. Yeah. I think it's so important to vote. Yeah. You're right, and we talk about that here at the 419 Grind Studios and on the Rise and Grind Morning Show a lot, because elections coming up, and it's so important that we get, especially our young people out to vote. Because it's we gotta make some changes.
And I think the power lies in the young people, the people from like the 21 to maybe 38, 40, because that's the particular audience, in my opinion, that doesn't vote.
Yeah.
And if those people to vote, I think it'll turn.
Yeah, you're right. And
if they vote for the right party.
Right. Well, and so like I saw somebody had posted on Facebook, and they were just saying that they had talked to so many young people, like in the inner city, and that had said, no, I'm not voting. I don't care. It's not going to change nothing. I'm not even about to waste my time. And, the person that posted it was just like, I'm just so disheartened because there's so many people, who are not going to vote.
I think not voting shows, I don't want to say a lack of maturity, but awareness, a lack of awareness. Yeah. Let's say that. For you to say I'm not going to vote, just clearly like you gotta be you're not aware of what's going on. Like, it's so detrimental now for us to vote, even more before Barack was running. Like, it's more important.
Yeah, now. It is. And then we have so many people who, like we always say, even if they do vote, they just vote for the presidential election, and they're not voting for the local elections and the state elections. And it's like, those are the most important, that's what's going to touch our own community. We have to get out here and vote. So I'm definitely going to be voting.
Yeah, I think I probably need to push that narrative a little more.
And that's one thing I love about Treese. Again, we talk about his energy and just, he does a lot in the community. And he's big on pushing voter registration. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I need to take more responsibility as well. Being people who are in the community and who, have a platform that we have, we have to use our platforms for a positive.
Especially our social media.
Yes, especially social media.
Only because I be so disgusted by politics. It's like I almost don't want to get in the mix of it.
I agree, because it turns into such a negative conversation, right? It's like it's so controversial, energy. And it does. It turns into a lot of negative energy. And we're going to talk more about that. We got to take a break and pay some bills. And of course, we have a guest in the studio, so we're going to definitely introduce our special guest when we come back. So you guys stay tuned with us. We will definitely be back in a minute.
The very first time that I saw you, boy, I had a crush on you, yeah. I saw you from across the room. danced your way over, and I knew it was over. Yeah. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. Once a girl tells like it's my first time, I think I got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. Once a girl tells like it's my first time, I think I got a crush on you. It feels like the very first time that I saw you, boy. I had to dance into your arms. The way you move so right. And then you came close and we stepped all night. Don't you wanna know me? Yeah. Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Don't you wanna get a crush on you? Don't you need to know what's a girl to do? I've been crushing on you. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. I think I got a crush on you. I'm in love. Don't you wanna get a crush on you? Don't you need to know what's a girl to do? I've been crushing on you. Yeah, I'm thinking of you. I think I got a crush on you. It feels like a melody from a song that's about love. A song that's about love. A song that's about love. And it feels like a dream to me, like it's from above. And oh, I'm crushing. Yeah, I'm crushing on you, baby. Oh yeah, I'm crushing. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. Don't you wanna know me? Come and get to know me. Don't you need to know me, baby? Yeah, I'm crushing on you. I've been thinking of you. Come and get to know me, baby. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. I'm in love. Got a crush on you. What's a girl to do? It's my first time. I think I've got a crush on you. Yeah. I know you're crushing. Because I'm crushing too. Now everybody just step. Yeah. Come on. Now everybody just dance. Come on.
If you're tired of church as usual and you're looking for something invigorating, exciting with passion, then the Greater New Psalmist Baptist Church, 3251 Glendale, is the place for you. We are a people that's determined to occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change. The only thing's missing is you. Meet us at 3251 Glendale Avenue as we continue to be relevant and occupy all streets while cultivating cultural change.
Welcome back to the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I have my special co-host with me, Rob Lewis,
yes.
aka RC. Now, I know you said that you know Treese got a lot of energy and you ain't like, you gotta pipe it up now. You gotta pipe it up.
I already know, like, I can't compete with Treese, even though I'm younger, But Treese got an energy that's like
I know it is unmatchable, but we gotta at least try. Okay, we gotta at least we gotta amp it up. We gotta amp it up because
I got you, Treese.
We got you, Treese. We gonna hold it down for you. We gonna come through with the energy. Can y'all give me a little bit of music up under me? Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. That makes me feel. That right there? You know that gets you just.
You want me a freestyle?
Yeah.
Nah, that's
all right, so welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Shout out to all our listeners and viewers. Make sure that you guys share this video right now. Share the video. Hit the likes. Hit the hearts if you love us. Hit the hearts if you miss Big Trees. Hit the hearts if you love Leah Renee. Hit the hearts if you love Rob Lewis. And hit the hearts if you love the 419 Grind Studios. So we have a special guest in the building now, and I have to introduce her. Her name is Chanel Kyles, and she is a author. 2 books out right now. Yay! Clap in the studio. Clap in the studio. Hello, Chanel. Thank you for stopping in. Put it all the way up to you.
All right.
There we go. You got to talk up in the mic. We got to hear your voice. So thank you for coming in. I'm excited to have you here. You know, when you reached out to me and you were telling me all about your story and you know what you got going on, I was definitely impressed. And I was like, I love to hear from my queens who and my kings who got great things going on, doing positive things. And so I definitely had to get you in here to talk about what you're working on and what you got going on. So you have 2 books. One is called Learning How to Get It Right. And the other one is called Pieces on Paper. We have one right here. This one is Learning How to Get It Right. And this is a real book. This ain't one of them this is like, you know, feel that. Yeah, that she invested in herself with that one, you know, cuz that's definitely well put together. And I was reading, you know, the back and like, you know, the summary, and I was like, wow, it sounds so much like my own story. Like I almost feel like me and you done grew up together. I'm like, wow. So I love the idea of how you went from, you know, preschool age when you were, you know, a child. You started, you know, you said the book starts as kind of like when you were in your younger days. Yeah. And then it kind of leads you to a place in life where you look up and you're a grown woman and you realize, man, what am I doing? Right. What type of path I'm on, right? So talk more about that. Talk about your journey from a kid to a grown woman, everything you went through, and what encouraged you and inspired you to want to write a book about it.
I mean, my upbringing was, you know, pretty normal for the most part. I had a really good mom, really strong mom. She took care of us, 5 kids. You know, she got married. We had a stepfather. As I said in the book, you know, it was everything you would imagine for the modern day family outside looking in. But just like any other family, we had our struggles. You know what I mean? Right. We had our hard times. But for the most part, my mom did a really good job raising me. You know, I always kept my imagination wide open. Yes. And she helped me do that. Like even in the book, I have a chapter called To Dream or Not to Dream. And I talk about my stage where I wanted to be a singer. And my mom, you know, would take me to every single talent show. She took me to try out for American Idol.
Wow. So when did you do that? When did you go try out for American Idol?
Oh, how old was I when I tried out for American Idol? I was probably 16.
Wow, that's dope. Yeah. Where did you go? Like, where was your audition at?
The Cleveland Brown Stadium.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope.
That is dope.
Yeah.
And so that's an amazing thing, like having a parent, having someone behind you that's gonna push you and gonna be there to support your dreams, you know, and not tell you, nah, you shouldn't do that. You need to go do this. You know, I'm going to be here to support you. I'm going to take you to, you know, these auditions. I'm going to have your back. What's the one thing, because our mothers teach us so much, you know, what's the one thing that stuck out to you the most, like growing up that you remember? What's the best lesson you think you've learned from your mother, or the one thing that stuck out the most?
How to hold on to my strength.
Oh, that's dope. That's powerful.
Yeah. She always taught me how to hold on because she was a strong mama. Right. You know, that strong black mama. that like, you know, that was kind of a conversation that we had after I wrote the book. Pretty much it was kind of like, you know, she was like, you know, you didn't paid me out to be this nice mom. It seemed like you made me like this mean mom. And I'm like, no, Mom, you know, it wasn't really like that. It was just kind of like I was explaining my story of how I saw you, you know, and it was like instead of kisses and hugs, it was like, you know, now get up and keep going. Right. You don't have time to cry. What you crying for?
Right.
You know, and it's really not a bad thing to be that type of mom. You know, every child is different.
Yes.
Right. And obviously she was the mom that I needed because she's the reason for all my strength today.
Exactly. And the reason, you know, why you've become the woman that you've become. And so you spoke about at the age of 27, something took place, you know, that shifted your soul is what I like to say. shifted your soul and shifted the trajectory of where your life was headed.
Right.
So tell us about that. What happened at 27?
I was actually 26. It was late 26. I ended up having to have an emergency open heart surgery.
Wow.
And I had never even been in the hospital for a cold ever in my life.
That's crazy.
So it was random. And then the biggest random part about it was that the doctors had no idea how it happened. They really didn't know. They didn't know if it was congenital. They didn't know. They're just like, you know, you have this problem. The blood is not circulating back into your heart.
Oh my.
You got to open it up.
Oh my goodness.
You know, because you're going into heart failure. So, but I truly believe that the things that we go through in life definitely takes a toll on our body.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. We can, you know, we can build ourselves up to survive, or we could kill ourselves in a way, you know, internally. And I feel like that's heavy on a lot of people, and it's a lot of things that people don't really talk about. And it's really important. I really think.
Can I ask you, what was the diagnosis before was it just the congestive heart failure? Is that what they were saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy because 26. You're so young. You're at that age where, you know, you think I'm healthy. Like there's nothing wrong with me. Nothing would ever happen to me. And then next thing you know, you're laying up in a hospital like, what in the world? You know,
what didn't happen to me?
What did happen to me? And so what brought you through that? What ended up being an outcome? Did you just, did it, you know, obviously you're here, you're healthy, but what did the doctor say? Is that something you're going to live with forever? Could that possibly come back to, you know, to be an issue again? Or is it one of them things where the doctor's like, oh my gosh, it's a miracle here. You're okay.
It was kind of like the latter. Like that's kind of what they said, but you know, it's also something that they also want to keep looking at. And at the end of the day, I know that if I don't take care of myself, it's something that can come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's some deep stuff to go through at the age of 26. I have pretty much been pretty healthy, you know, for the most part my whole life. I've been pretty blessed in that area where I don't have any, you know, I've never had to worry about any major issues, no asthma, no, you know, cancer, no anything like that. I've been blessed.
Our community, just like hearing her story, you know, my best friend, he died at the age of 24 from a heart attack playing basketball. Adrian.
Oh, okay, Adrian. Yeah. What's his last name?
Henry.
Okay, wow. I'm so sorry to hear that.
We came up doing music together and all that. So, you know, just hearing that, it kind of like bring back that, you know, those memories and stuff like that. So it's like so imperative for like us to be aware of what's don't ignore what we hear in what our body tell us.
That's
you know?
right.
And I'm guilty of that myself. I might have a pain or something like that, and I just, because I don't feel like.
Especially you men, because they say that's why, you know, men, especially black men, are you know, dying at a much faster rate than women because you guys don't like to go get checked out. You don't want to be told what to do. Y'all don't want to go.
We be so caught up in like working and
right.
You know, all the macho stuff and being there for our family and. You know,
does it make you feel like weak or something if you go get checked out, or you just don't get it? You just don't. We don't
make it a priority,
right?
Because we have so many other things that we make priority. It's like, can I afford to deal with this at this moment. I'm just speaking from a personal,
right.
You know, like, can I afford to deal with this?
No,
can I afford to be off work for 2 weeks if I have to? Can I afford, you know, because I got a family, I got a wife, I got a son, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got a house, we got all these different responsibilities. This is like, you know, and we do need to prioritize our health. Men, you know, we do.
So that leads me into my question of the day.
Oh, man.
Question of the day. We're gonna, yeah.
Question of the day. Let's talk, Toledo. Call 419-540-3566.
The question of the day is, why don't you men want to go get checked out as far as health is concerned? Is it a
Why
fear
Trees
factor?
can't be here for this one? How did I get in on this one?
Is it a fear factor? Is it a there's actually going to be 2 questions of the day, because I actually had an original one, but since we were talking about health, I feel like that's an important question to ask too.
She turned the corner on that health.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, because it's so important though, right? So I have 2 questions of the day. So my first one we're going to cover right now. So why don't men, all my men on the live tuning in, I want to know, when's the last time you went and had just a physical? Like really just had a physical of your mind, body, and soul, and your physical. You know, like, why don't you men go get checked out? How come? Is it a fear? Is it a fear of the doctor?
I don't know.
Is it like you said? Is it just because we just don't have the time?
We just don't make it a priority. I think we wait until we don't have no other choice. It's like,
and then it's
because we learn to deal with all the pains, like, if I have a pain, most time I go take a nap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm tired, or I need to drink some water, or I just take a Tylenol and I move on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't, it has to be to where we don't have no other choice but to go. Because I've been to the hospital for chest pains or anything like that, and then I go in there and they be like, oh, nothing's wrong, you tired, you overworking yourself, or you stressed, or, you know, so then you like, okay,
nah, I'm wasting my
time.
Now I got
so it's like,
bill I gotta pay.
It's like, really? But, you know, and it's a blessing, don't get me wrong, to get that type of news, but it's like, then you be like, all right, next time I have this same pain, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And it's like, it's crazy how quick something can happen though. Like, just going back to Chanel, because it's like when you work. Okay, so I'll just to spin off of what he said. Were there any like signs? Like, were you when you think back on it, like before that happened, or before you initially had that first situation with whatever was going on, did you feel anything? Did your body feel different? Had you been experiencing anything before that to where you were like, oh my God, I should have went? And so it's just like out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere. But then again, also, if there was anything, I probably wouldn't have noticed, because I had so much going on.
Right.
And I think that's important too. Like, we have so much going on, we don't even pay attention to our bodies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's really important to know your body.
Yes.
And I think that's an important awareness for people too. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you don't always need a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, you don't. But it is important to know your body, because when you know your body, you know when you need a doctor, you know, or you know when you can self-medicate, or, you know, take some organics or something like that and just be better.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is important to know your body, to slow down, be more aware of what's going on around you, so you can be more aware of what's going on within you.
Yeah, and I think that we also we don't take the time to just like really breathe.
Right.
And I'm guilty of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get a proper amount of sleep every night. And just to go, you also have a sleepwear line, and your sleepwear line is, designed to give you that comfort in that, just make yourself feel good while you sleep. Because as you said, what you're saying, you said, if you don't sleep, however you go to sleep.
How you go to sleep is how you wake up.
How you go to sleep is how you wake up, right?
Definitely.
Yay, we have a caller. I love that. So we'll hold that thought.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and take our caller, because they're obviously tuning in. They loving the conversation and they want to talk to us. So caller, thank you for calling the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show. You're on the line with Miss Leah Renee, Rob Lewis, and Chanel Kyles. What's your name?
I am Johnetta Bruce, and I'm actually cousins to Chanel.
Hi, Janata.
How are you?
Hi, cousin.
How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in and calling in. We
She's
appreciate
tuning in all the way from Kansas City.
Oh, wow.
that's
You're
dope.
all the way in Kansas City?
That's what's
Shout
up.
out to
Yeah.
Kansas City. I love that.
I happened to see my Aunt Michelle's post and seeing that she was, I guess, one of the hosts on the show, and just wanted to call in and say good morning and tell everybody rise and grind, and I love the family.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you so much. That makes me feel so good when we have people call in. I mean, of course, I love all my 419 folks, but I definitely love when I hear people call from out of state and they're like, we're tuning in, we're watching. And I love the fact that you are supporting your family, you're holding it down, calling. And so what do you think about the moves she's made and the books that she's written? How proud of her are you?
I am very proud, even though I have not read the book yet, but I want to get a copy. I will be getting a copy. I will be reading it, but I'm very proud of her. I'm very, very proud of her.
Thank you.
Yes, I love that. So thank you for definitely tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, yep, make sure.
Is it cold down there?
It is. It's cold in the morning. We don't have no snow yet, but it is frosty in the morning and warm in the
Are
afternoon.
you ready for the snow?
I am very ready for the snow.
Okay, make sure you get that book so you can read it when y'all get them 12 to 15 inches.
Right, because you guys get like 3 to 5 feet of snow, and then you be locked up in the house, and then you can read the book.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, definitely. Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Thank you, too. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right.
I love it.
That's dope. Your family support all the way.
I love when we,
it.
first of all, I love when people tune in from like all over the nation. That makes me feel really great. I love the fact that, we had a caller one day call in from Florida. A man, and he's single father, told his story, and it's just like, I'm listening to you guys all the way from Florida. And I was just like, wow, that's really dope,
powerful.
so that makes me feel good.
I share the video every day.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love what y'all do here. So,
Hey, the phone lines are buzzing. The phone lines are buzzing. We got another caller. Hey, you have called the all new Rise and Grind morning show. You're on the line with your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and my boy, Rob Lewis, and my girl, Chanel Kyles. What's your name?
Good morning, y'all. It's your girl, DJ Breezy. Good morning, family.
What up, Breezy?
Hey, girl. What's going on with you?
Hey, y'all. Good morning. And Chanel, I'm looking forward to. I just put in the comments. I need that link so I can purchase some sleepwear.
Okay.
And the book. So congratulations. Many blessings. Now listen, y'all. Jesse just announced we are going to give $50 away for the first person who can call in and name at least 3 of our shows.
I love it.
So for everyone that is tuned in and listening, if you call in, the first person to call in and name at least 3 of our shows, he's going to cash out $50 on behalf of 419 Grind.
Yes.
I got a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Since my show hasn't aired yet, I could call in, right?
No, sir.
You're there, Rob. Like,
I can leave. I can go outside and
building.
make the phone call now.
No.
This is for the viewers and the listeners,
all
right?
That's what's up.
And it don't matter that your show hasn't aired yet. You're a part of the team, bro.
Period.
So it's like
You're a part of the family
now.
now.
Do that.
So basically, no money for me.
No money for us. No.
Not this $50.
Right, not this 50. Not this 50.
I catch it on
All
the
right,
back
y'all.
All right, girl.
All
Thank
right,
you
y'all
so
have a
much
great
for
morning.
calling in. We love you. You have a great morning.
We love you too. All right.
Bye. I love it. So there you have it. Speaking of our listeners and our viewers, let me see what's going on. I want y'all to send up your hearts and your likes. Send out them hearts and them likes if you love us. And Jesse, our executive producer and CEO, he has said that he's going to give Cash App $50 to the first person who can call our show and tell us at least 3 shows that we have on the lineup. So, we waiting on the caller. Where y'all at? Who we got on the live? Craig, my boy Craig on the live. My girl Andrea, my niece Elena, Carlos, Elzo, Red, TJ Johnson, my girl Sheree.
Hey, TJ is a faithful.
He is faithful. I love TJ. He's so loyal and so faithful. Every single morning. I love him. That's my boy.
And he said he gonna get a checkup every 3 months. I think
he
lying.
still owe him $2. He said you still owe him $2.
Don't bring that up. That's old. But did you see what he said? He said he get a checkup every 3 months. I don't believe him. I need receipts.
You know what? I don't think I believe him. I think if he says he does that I believe he really does that, and that's great. I think that's an awesome thing. I think that you should.
I gotta get it together.
I mean, I think we definitely, as adults, especially at this point in our age, we should at least be getting that physical every year. You know what I'm saying?
My wife is not watching because she be on me about stuff like that.
See, and but that's a great thing. That's why it's great to have a wife and have a partner. But you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say I just don't hear it, because that's why you have her there, so that she can be there to, push you.
Thanks for rubbing it in.
And be strong, and, hey, that's what the queens do. So shout out to your queen. What's her name? Matter of fact, Brittany. Shout out to Brittany, because the queens hold it down, And I don't know what it's like to be a wife, but from what I hear, it's a lot of work.
And now, since she be on me, sometimes I don't tell her if I have a pain or something.
See, you can't do that, because you could.
I'm telling on myself.
You're blocking your blessing.
Yeah, I want to say, I said, sending love. Oh, there we go. More callers. Hello, you have reached the all new Rise and Grind morning show. You're on the line with your girl, Miss Leah Renee. Who do I have?
This is Tish, Letitia. How are you?
Hey, Tish. What's up, girl?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I called in to get that $50 real quick.
I know that's right, girl. I ain't mad at you, because if I wasn't here, I would have been calling. Okay, so tell me, what 3 shows do you want to shout out?
Of course, the 419 Rise and Grind.
Yes, absolutely.
All Facts Given, DJ Breezy.
Yeah.
And then the Self-Explanatory show with my people, Lance Self and Arlinda Self.
There you go. Yes, you have it. Those are 3 of our amazing shows in our amazing lineup. And congratulations, Miss Tish. You have won $50 right here on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. And you better tell everybody that you're running right here on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. And make sure you share this video and tell all your friends that you won, because if they watch and listen every day, we give giveaways like this all the time, and they could be the next winner. So shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in, baby girl. Jesse's gonna take care of that. He got you. Make sure you send your Cash App to info@the419grind, and we gonna take care of you, girl.
All right, y'all all have a good day.
Thank you. You too, baby.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Man, that's dope. Like, this is what I love about the show. This is a very interactive show, like we say every day. I love that we got people tuned in. They're commenting. They're loving it. Share the video. If you're listening to my voice and you have not shared the video already, please share right now. And make sure you throw up those hearts and throw up those likes. Speaking of our shows, she only named 3 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and go down our little lineup, because let me tell y'all, we got heat coming out the 419 Grind Studios.
Before you do that.
Yes, sir.
Let me do this.
Yes. What you want to do?
Can I match Jesse's 50 since this is my first time
Yes, you can
here?
Cash App me. Leah Renee.
No, you can't get it. You can't get it.
Dang, okay, we gotta get
I'm a match Jesse's. I like that energy, so I'm a match it.
There you have it.
But they gotta call in. Somebody gotta call in, and the first caller that tell me what my show is and when it debuts.
Okay, I love
if
that.
If they can do that, I'll Cash App.
That's gonna be a tough one, because I don't even know when your show debuts, and I work here.
But you gotta, they gotta call in, and I'm gonna match Jesse 50.
Oh, there we go. So we got another $50. We got another $50 to give away. We got another $50 to give away. This show is hot today. First of all, y'all gotta throw up them hearts. I don't see no hearts going up. I don't see no likes going up. Y'all can't get this other $50 until y'all start throwing up them hearts. So the first person that throws up a bunch of hearts and calls in on the show and tells us what Rob's show is and when it's debuting, you get $50.
You get 50.
You get $50.
Straight,
you get $50
right now, literally, from my Cash App to yours.
I'm on some Oprah stuff today. You get $50. You get $50. Hey, there we go. We got a caller. Hello, you've called and reached the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee. Who do I have on the line?
It's TJ.
TJ, hey! So you watch every day, so you should know what the name of the show is.
So if he get it, I gotta send him $52 because I owe him $2.
Okay, so he's gonna have to send you $52 if you win. So TJ, what's the name of RC show?
RC show is Cloth Talk.
Okay. And when is Cloth Talk going to be debuting? And that's a tough one because I don't even know this answer.
I believe tomorrow. When is it coming out?
I can't say it's all over. It's all over Facebook.
Well, TJ,
I had about 65 shares on it last night. It's ridiculous.
TJ, we can't.
Man, you know I don't really be on Facebook unless the show is on.
I'm gonna send you your $2 though.
TJ, sorry, you, TJ, we gotta go to the next caller because you don't know when it debuts. But we love you. Thank you for tuning in every day, TJ. You're so loyal, and we love you. Thank you for calling in. Have a great day.
All right, bye, y'all.
All right, so there it is, listeners. We got, where's my next caller? So, callers, viewers, listeners, my boy Rob Lewis has a new show coming out with the 419 Grind Studios. It's debuting real soon. He's prepared to give away $50 to whoever calls the Rise and Grind Morning Show and tells us what the name of his show is, which was obviously just given away, and when it debuts. So... Yep. Callers, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And, okay, never mind. All right. You've reached the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee. Who do I got on the line?
So it's Tish again. Can I win again?
Girl.
No?
I'm going to say, I ain't the boss. I'm going to say, if it was me.
Well, you're the one giving away the money.
No, she can't win again.
Okay, you can't win again.
Okay.
Thanks,
right.
Tish. Hello. Okay, we lost though. We lost the caller. You hung up on them. They're gonna be like, somebody just accidentally got hung up on. We're gonna take a quick break. You make sure you call back, and we're gonna answer this time. We still got to give away $50 to give away if you know the name of our newest show with Rob Lewis and when it's debuting. Every time I try to go to a break, we are going to break, so we're gonna put this caller on hold. So y'all stay tuned to find out who the next winner is gonna be on the all new Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Dreamed about you both day and night. Can't stop thinking about what we can have. I make mistakes, boy, but that's the past. Now I need something that's gonna last. Something that's better than sex. It's better than cash in the check. I wanna get lost in your love. I hope that you're giving it back. Don't you have me out here looking stupid, cause I put my trust in Cupid. Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but I got a fantasy for it. They say I lost my mind, but I can fantasize, can I? Fairy tales really don't exist anymore, but somehow I still believe in it. You said it's a waste of time.
It's Sandy Brown, owner of the Toledo Threat Basketball Organization, and I have some great news. The Toledo Threat are officially joining the 419 Grind podcast with our new show, Nothing But Net. On the show, you'll see athletes, coaches, and even community leaders who have nothing but net careers. Now, they may have hit a few bricks along the way, but with hard work and dedication, they're now seeing a consistent shot within their careers. You can catch us right here every Wednesday at 7 o'clock starting September 30th on the 419 Grind podcast. Until then, nothing but net.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold, but there is no console. Tell me why we gotta hate each other? Why we can't just love each other?
even have to hate. Enough money we can chase. Let's uplift the race. Let's get it. Let's get to a place. We can sit and talk face to face. Like me, there's a lot that we relate. You don't have to take the bait. Be a man. Anybody put a gun in hand. Anybody can throw their hands. Anybody can choke or slam. Anybody can chase a bag. Let's plan and get them bands. Let's plan to go get them meals. Get back and pay them bills. Tell me why you shoot. Tell me why you hate. Tell me why you can't get on your grind and choose your fate. Let go of anger. Let go of pain. I know the whys. I felt the same. Been there. Cops killing, ops killing. No difference. Jail cells, graveyards, same sentence. I hopped off that porch with no regrets. To take control of life, I had to walk back up them steps.
All the hatred in the world, it really hurts my soul. Another body in the street, another life gone cold. Another mother in agony watching life unfold. But there is no console.
Tell me why. Tell me
why we gotta hate each other.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Why we can't just love each other.
Why? Tell me why.
Why we gotta shoot each other.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Why we can't just love each other.
Rest in peace, Mar. Love you, bro. Rest in peace, Romy. Love you, bro. Rest in heaven, Wax.
Love you, Wax.
R.I.P. to all the homies. Can't forget Spider. As a kid, I was inspired. He put rims on his tires, so tall that you can climb them. Hug your people, love your people. It's time to change. You've been keeping score, let's keep our people.
Yeah, yo, we back. So we're here in the studio right now with Chanel Kyles, and of course, the best host in the world, Leah.
Aw, thank
you the
you.
best. She in here giving me the game in between breaks.
Thank you.
She was like, you do this, and you do this. You ready? I was like, let's do it.
Well, you know, they say I'm a little bossy.
No, it's cool. This hey, I don't mind. You tell me what to do, we gonna get it done.
Right. I love it.
But we here with Chanel Kyles, and before we get into we got a caller on. I forgot we got a caller.
Yeah,
on.
we got a caller on the line because you was feeling real froggy and generous.
Right. I am.
Caller, what's your name? You're on the line with Leah Renee and Rob Lewis on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yo, this is Chris Bird.
Oh, that's my father-in-law.
That's your father-in-law?
Yeah.
Hey, Chris Bird,
What's
how are
going
you?
on?
All right, how y'all doing?
How you doing this morning?
Good.
So, what do you think about the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show?
Man, I love it. I watch it all the time.
Oh, yay. I love that. Thank you
he
so
just
much.
had an exclusive with Jesse.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Yay.
What, about 2 weeks ago, I want to say, 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Yep. Yeah, it was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for, just showing that love and support and tuning in every day. I'm definitely going to have to go back and check that episode out.
Yeah. And he got a radio show.
Absolutely. What's your radio show?
Inside Chris Bird's Music Box.
Okay. I love it. So
it's on Proclaim FM.
Oh, okay.
2.3 Proclaim FM. I'm also on Facebook Live and YouTube on Tuesday nights at 7. But I'm taking a break for a couple of weeks because I had just had surgery on my foot. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you get well soon. Definitely sending those prayers out to you. So you called for the giveaway, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I did. Since nobody else could get it.
Right.
Okay. So what is Rob's new show on the 419 Grind?
It's called The Cloth Talk.
Okay. Yeah. And do you know when it's debuting?
Next Monday, October the 5th.
Yeah, he right.
There you go. Well, we have a winner. Chris Bird wins $50 from our very own RC, Rob Lewis.
Tell him I'm sending it right now.
My wife told me it wasn't fair, so I don't know.
Why? She said it's not fair. Why?
Because it's my son-in-law.
Well, hey, you are a listener of the 419 Grind and the Rise and Grind Morning Show, so it is fair because we love that you are tuning in. We love that you're supporting.
Yep.
We love that you share.
And you won, so it's only right.
And you won, so it's only right.
If I don't send it, it's going to make me look like a liar.
Right.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the love and support. And, you got that Cash App coming. And make sure you let everybody know. Make sure you share this video and let everyone know that you won $50 today listening to Leah Renee on the Rise and Grind Morning Show. You got to share that. And you got to throw them hearts up and throw them likes up, okay?
I think I forgot your Cash App. What is it?
Man, I don't remember.
I'll find it. Is it inside Chris? There you go. I got you.
It's inside Chris Bird.
Yep.
There we go.
Anybody else will send something? Anybody inside Chris Bird? Not aside.
So this is what's going on here at the Rise and Grind Morning Show. We are an interactive show. We love our viewers and our listeners. We like to include you guys in on what's going on. We love to give away and give back to the community because, you know, that's just what this thing is all about. So thank you for calling in. We appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Yes, sir.
Bye. So we're in the studio with my girl Chanel Kyles, author of Learning How to Get It Right and Pieces on Paper. Now, before we went to break, I was reading a little bit of the book, and you know, because there's a lot of juicy stuff going on in this book now.
Yes,
and it kind of reminds me a lot about my life. I'm like, hold on, is you telling my story? What is going on here? But I was reading a particular part in chapter 2. Chapter 2 is called Daddy's Little Princess or a Lost Jezebel. And I was once a lost Jezebel, let me tell you. I ain't proud to talk about it, but you know, we got to talk about these things because if we don't talk about where we came from and what we went through and how we got out of it, these young girls won't know how to, you know, handle things that come their way. So
I agree.
This is a passage in her book I'm just going to read, and then, you know, I want you to kind of just chime in and tell me, you know, what was going on in that time of life, or what, you know, what were in your thoughts, in your mind. Okay, so here's the passage. By the time I became old enough to realize my assets and beauty on the outside, that had become my main focus. That's deep. Me too. I believe that as girls, we become lost within ourselves, and that is why it is so essential to have a father who helps you realize what to value. Realize that although your eyes are shifting, it's only a distraction by the outside world. It's distracting you from your beauty within, which is the beauty that counts. But I didn't have help with that realization. Whew. And that is so powerful because, again, like I said, I went through that same, you know, stage. So with you having had a father, right, in your life, what was your relationship with your father?
I had a relationship with my father. You know, I knew who he was. We were close to a certain extent, you know, like so many black men. You know, he had his flaws. He had things that he was dealing with, you know, but for the most part, he you know, he had children before he was really ready to be a father.
Right.
Like many men.
Right.
You know, and, you know, some of them step up to the plate. Some of them kind of step back. And try hard to work on them. But for the most part, I had a good relationship with my dad. We didn't really have a close relationship when I was young, but when I grew up as an adult, me and my daddy became really close.
Wow.
And I appreciated that. And it began after I had to have the heart surgery.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right.
So it kind of started like that, and it kind of went on. I actually just lost my dad.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Last Sunday, I don't know if you guys heard about it on the news, the house fire where a man died recently here in Toledo.
Man.
That was my dad.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And yeah, but that was my guy. You know, my dad he was so full of life. He danced, he sung. I got my singing voice from him. He, you know, he wasn't perfect. He had his flaws. When I realize that parents are just humans dealing with their own stuff just like us, yet trying to take care of us.
Yes.
That's when I was able to really look at my father for who he really was rather than who I expected him to be.
Oh man, and that's so powerful. And that's what I went through, that same realization as well. I had when I was in the military, I got into a little bit of trouble, and I had to go through a treatment program because I you know, was an avid marijuana smoker. And so in order to stay in the military, I had to go through a treatment program. And while I was in that treatment program, I went through Fresh Attitudes. I don't know if anybody, you know, anybody in Toledo knows about Fresh Attitudes. It was down there in
I think I heard of that before.
Shout out to Lamar. I don't remember his last name, but he was the director of the program, and he was just amazing.
That's great.
And he was like a recovered addict. And he had opened up, you know, this treatment program after going through recovery and, you know, getting degreed up and all that. And then he opened this treatment program. And so when he would talk and when we would meet in these groups, he would come from a place of like the streets. Like he, you know, he talked real life, real, you know, and so he like reached me, you know, and he would talk about fathers, and he would talk about absent fathers and absent parents just in general. And he would say, you know, what you fail to realize is you're carrying around this harbor and this hate and this resentment, but your own parent may have not even known how to be a parent. You don't understand where they may have come from. And then I had to really start thinking about that and go back and ask questions. And that's when I found out my dad never knew his father. I don't even know who my grandfather is on my dad's side. You know what I mean? He never knew his father, never met him, you know, and they had, him and his siblings had different fathers. And, you know, it's a lot of backstory that I found out that had me like, wow. You know, you never really know, you know, and it wasn't until I went through that treatment program and dealt with those things that I even cared to even ask and get, you know, so now I've gotten to a place where I don't, I'm not as close as I would like to be with my father, but I've forgiven him and I don't harbor the resentment anymore, you know, and I want to build a relationship with him, you know, so that it is important because when we don't have that love, you know, that, you know, even as a boy, if a boy doesn't have that love from his mother, you know, if a girl doesn't have that love from her father, there's something that goes missing, you know, throughout life. They go throughout life with a resentment and with a chip on their shoulder, and you feel cheated, you know, and then it affects relationships, you know, your career, your education. It's like a ripple effect. It affects your whole life, you know, and
it can affect how you deal with your children.
Exactly, you know? Especially like that's like the biggest thing. Then once you then now have a family, now it's affecting the way you are a husband, a father, a mother, a wife, and
I was blessed to be raised, you know, I had both my parents was married.
That's amazing. Are they still married?
Well, my dad passed about 6 years ago.
Said that.
And but
so they were married until
wow,
that's amazing. That's amazing.
I mean, it wasn't all peaches and cream.
Well, no,
either,
it never will be. It never will be.
Like when they went through a period to where they were separated.
Okay.
And for me, that was that bothered me. I didn't understand.
How old were you when that?
I think I was like 14.
So you were like right in the midst of your life, teenager, and that will have a very big effect on.
And I took it out on my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was closer, not closer, but I had that. I was the only boy. Like my mom had 5 kids. I'm the only boy.
So you and your dad were
this. You know, so it was just normal for me to. You know, I'm a side with my dad.
Her,
But then, like, as I got older, and then I understood why she, you know, responded the way she did. I owe her all the apologies.
Yeah.
You know, for how I treated her or how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, because I understand. You know what
because
I'm saying?
we really don't get it until we become parents, right?
Or adults and start dealing with things on our own.
Yeah.
And it's like, dang.
I would say for me, it took me becoming a parent. You know what I mean? Like, and really getting and having a daughter, and then her getting now to the point where she's a teenager, and I'm like, oh, holy man,
you gotta look yourself in the face.
You do.
I got a 3-year-old, so you know, like. Even now, like my relationship that I had with my father is like, because me and him was like this. It's like now me and my son is like even.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like
even tighter.
What the moments I miss with my dad, I share with my son. So it's dope.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that is dope.
So, just speaking of families, and you know, are you married? No. She said that quick.
Do you want to be?
Yeah. Do you want to be?
You know what?
I'm not married either, so
I know, and it's so controversial when I talk about it with family because they're always like, you know, are you ever gonna get married? And I'm always like, that's not really the goal for me.
Right. You know what it is? It's this thing with like single women. Like, what is this thing that we have to answer to about like why that's why you're single? Like, why can't I just want to be getting to know myself and loving myself and just trying to deal like, you know, why can't
I get both sides. I get it. I get both sides of it. But I also understand from my perspective, every good woman deserves a great man. So, you know, it's like
I agree.
The fact that y'all, it's not a thing that y'all don't want to be married, but I say y'all deserve to be married.
Aww,
you know,
I like that.
I feel like all good women deserve that security and having that extra, you know, that partner, that partnership.
And I'll say this, you know, I used to be a mess. You know, I was a mess, and going through the transition of trying to turn that mess into a message, you know, it's been a journey. Yeah. But, you know, I used to be that woman that was like, I ain't never getting married.
Anti-marriage.
F these, you know.
I'm open to the fact that a man might come along and make me change my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just not the goal.
Yeah, and that's exactly, you know, I was like so against it, and I was like literally just against it, like F marriage, F this, I'm not doing, you know. And it even now I still, you know, because of what you see around, you know, it's so, marriage has become such a joke, I feel like, because of a lot of,
it's a trending topic now.
Yeah, you know, and it's like
because weddings are so glamorous. People want the wedding, but they don't really want
the marriage.
But like, it's like I want to, as I've gotten older and as I've learned more about myself and as I've gotten to a place where I've, you know, become single and learning how to just be okay with that. Like, because we claim we're okay with being single, but yet we got, you know, well, for me personally, I'll speak for myself, you know, I would claim that I enjoy being single, that I don't care about being single, but you don't know how to be alone. You know, you got, you know, you got your options so that you ain't never alone, you know?
And I think it's our normal
makeup.
Yeah, it's normal for a human to want companionship.
Yeah.
You know, even a female cat want a male cat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even those animals go through that period of where they want companionship. So for us as human beings, I think it's just a natural reaction for us to want. And then with marriage, I think it's like you get that perfect companionship, if I can put it that way. Not saying marriage is perfect, but I'm just saying you get the one that you could wake up to every day with no regret. You know what I'm saying? So, and
that's how it's supposed to be anyway.
For sure.
But like you said, it's become such a trending thing that so many people are getting married to people who they can't even wake up to every day for the rest of their life. And it's like, you know, take away all the glamour and take away the wedding, take away the social media and take away the pictures and the posts. If you can't,
how are you waking up?
If you had to wake up in a box, are you still okay? And would you still want to wake up and look at this person? And would you still get butterflies?
Can you disagree and still? And it don't take away your love for that person, you know, because y'all disagree or because y'all not on the same page on a certain day. You know, we change, we human, every day is different. So, you know, like, I don't care how I'm feeling or what me and my wife might disagree on. It don't change the way I feel about her.
Exactly.
You know, I understand she's an individual and we're not going to always see eye to eye. We got to meet in the middle at some point, you know, so that situation don't hover over us. But it's like, she's an individual. I don't expect her to be 100% on the same thing that I'm on all the time.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. All right, we're gonna weigh in on some callers. I want to send some shout outs to my listeners and my viewers. We got Mike on the live, Chris on the live. He just called in and won that $50. And shout out to my girl Tisha for calling in and winning that other $50. This is a very interactive show. We like to send love out to our listeners and our viewers, and we like to hear from you guys. So if you guys have been listening to the show and you'd like to weigh in on what we're talking about, just, you know, marriage, commitment, love, what it's, you know, what it takes to, you know, make a solid relationship work, you can call and weigh in on the line.
Yeah, call and weigh in. We want to know what y'all think.
Yeah, we want to know what you guys think. So, Chanel.
Yeah.
That's not the goal. I feel you, because that's not my goal either, you know, and it's like, I'm just kind of like at this point living my life, you know, want to build my brand, you know, raising my children and just getting to know me, becoming whole within, because I was broken for so many years, you know, lost and broken and just, you know, and turned out. and now I'm coming back, you know, and I'm getting myself back and I'm learning who I am and I'm loving who I am and I'm just becoming this woman. And it sounds like that's been your story and your journey and what brought you to this, you know, this point in your life. And I was about to get into, you know, your other venture, but we'll take this caller first, and then we'll talk about your sleepwear line.
Alrighty.
We have a caller on the live. You have reached the All New Rise and Grind Morning Show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee, and I got my boy Rob Lewis with me. Who do I have on the line? Hello?
Hold on.
Did they just call in and tell us to hold on?
Yeah, they did. That's our executive producer.
Yeah.
What's up?
It's Jesse. My phone is I'm in the plant, so my phone is acting crazy right now.
Hey Jesse, what's up with you? Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks, Leah, for the show this morning, and Rob for coming in, stepping in, and jumping in. And it's a great show. I like it. I like the vibe. I like Chantel and her story, her books, her sleeping line. Great show. I just wanted to call in. And thanks, Chris Bird, for calling in and winning the $50 because Rob don't advertise his show good enough, obviously.
Sorry.
And Tisha Holmes. Tisha Holmes for calling in. Great show, guys. That's all I want to say. I got to go back. I'm training somebody. I'm not even supposed to be on the phone. Why am I on the phone? I'm sorry. I got to go.
Well, thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Jesse, man. That it's always a great feeling when you are at work and you have your boss call to tell you that you're doing a great job. That makes me feel good. So I love the fact that even when he's not here, he's still watching and listening.
And Jesse is a dope person. If
he's so dope.
If y'all ever get a chance to meet him, he's super dope.
One of the dopest individuals I've ever met personally. So absolutely. So shout out to Jesse and shout out to Dr. Vic and shout out to my boy Big Trace because man,
all of y'all got the dream team over here.
Yeah, we do. Like Jesse and Vic definitely brought together a bomb dream team. And this was their idea, and they brought me and Trace in and then we've built such a great team with everybody else around and I'm just happy to be a part of it myself. Yes, it's definitely the takeover. Like Tree says, ain't nobody doing it like this.
Yes.
No, but he's right. We are the number one in the nation.
Do not have a show to where he don't. He always say the number one podcast morning show in the world.
This is the number one morning podcast in the world.
But you gotta speak like that. You gotta put that energy out there so it can come.
For sure. You gotta speak it into existence. Gotta make it happen. So speaking of making it happen, my girl Chanel Kyle's in the building with us, and not only is she an author and a poet, she also has a sleepwear line.
Yes, I do.
And what you got over there? What you got over there, girl?
I brought a gift for you. I come gifted.
You guys, I got a gift. Listen, this is my favorite part about doing this thing is that when people bring me gifts. I love gifts. So if you're trying to get on my sweet side, send some gifts. I love gifts.
So you're not gonna open it?
Oh yeah, I guess I will open it. Yeah.
Since I want to. Do you have stuff for men as well?
No, I don't.
So Chanel,
I got stuff you can buy for your wife. That's like for you too, though.
Oh, she got some stuff for your wife. Yes. Oh.
That's our signature set.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it out. So we can see exactly what I got here.
Now I didn't know what size you were, but I went ahead and guessed a medium.
Is that custom? All of that is.
I am a medium. How did you know?
I'm a woman.
I love it.
We know.
Oh, okay. Now, I got me some sexy pajamas.
We got another caller
I love it. So, you guys.
You gotta get some stuff for the men though.
The lines are hot. The lines are hot today. So this is my newest pajamas, and let me tell you something, Chanel. One of my favorite things, like the things that make me happy in life, like once you get older in life, it's the little things, right?
Right.
One of the things that makes me the happiest is when I get new pajamas.
And then I
get into bed and you have your fresh new clean sheets. And you just taken a bath and put on those new pajamas and you get in the bed. It's just the best feeling in the world.
Really
so thank you for my pajamas.
You're welcome.
The lines are hot. The lines are hot. The lines are hot. You have reached the all new Rise and Grind morning show. It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee. Who I got on the line?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Leah? You already know this voice if you don't know it yet. No, that's your boy Mike Fees, y'all. Good morning. That's
What's up, Mike Fees?
What up, bro?
Mike Fees, hey.
What's up, brother?
Thank
you.
you.
Y'all talking some good motivational stuff, man. See, I like to hear conversations like that because I used to be married, and I got 10 baby mamas, and I never put an engagement ring on them. So for me to have...
Well, damn. Expect the unexpected.
And then I got 8 daughters and 2 boys, and then plus I got 4 more step kids with the new fiance I'm dealing with. So
well, damn.
That's why I had to call in because I'm going to try marriage again.
Yeah, you got an army, Mike.
You got a whole army and a navy.
But it's a privilege, man, to be able to to parent them kings and queens. That's what I told my wife.
Yes.
We expecting right now, and we got a little boy.
Oh, congratulations.
I wasn't supposed to say
congratulations, brother.
I wasn't supposed to say
the
that.
unexpected. It's exclusive. You've
Well,
heard
God
it.
works in mysterious ways. Why you think they call it the Holy 419 grind? It's Holy Toledo, baby.
Well,
so congratulations again.
Okay, so wait a minute. You said you used to be married and now you got 10 baby mamas, or wait, say that again?
Yeah. You know what's so funny? I got out of prison in 2009. You know what I'm saying? For losing my basketball scholarship for not snitching on somebody for attempted receiving.
Oh.
So when I got out, my boy B12, Magic, Boom, Click, with your T Diamond and them, basically the whole Toledo, Tempest, Tracy, shout out to my dogs, man, the whole city that's doing music. We had a 419 Awards in Sandusky, Ohio. Shout out to Clips and Fremont for putting that together. And that was my first time ever performed because I was out the joint. And when I got out the joint, I had rocked that thing so hard, everybody knew my song as if I put it out, and I wasn't even out 48 hours.
Wow.
So I met my ex-wife at the show with Magic in them. And my boy Magic whispered to me, he said,
shout out to
Magic.
Magic.
You about to get me? Yeah, shout out to my dog,
Mike,
man.
Mike, we don't got none of your music up here either.
Oh, I thought I sent something in. I just sent something in, but I'll send y'all some more. Don't even worry about it. I'll flood y'all as soon as we get off the line.
info@the419grind.com so we can get you on. So you said you met your wife and what now?
Yeah, my boy Magic said, man, bro, you gonna get married and I'll never see you again. He was right. I ain't seen my dog in almost 5 to 10 years. I was married for 5, but was with her for almost 10. But where I was gonna go with it, you don't always have to put a ring on a godly finger to know your place in church. And what I mean by that is you could be baptized in a relationship without saying, I want to get married. Like what Chanel said, it just ain't for her, but she could still be in a long-term relationship and seem like they married and how the world thinking they married by the way they godly themselves.
Right.
Yeah, well, she didn't necessarily say that she don't believe in it. She just said it's not her end goal. Like if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't type of thing. But yeah, I feel what you're saying definitely too, because I think a lot of people do probably get married for the wrong reasons, you know?
Yep, and that's why I respect her. I ain't mean to take the right words out of her mouth and try to make them into my own word. But yeah, that's what I meant though.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a goal for everybody. If it's happening, happen naturally.
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
And then the thing that about it too is like I think a lot of married people, or not even just married people, but people in relationships, they like condemn the single people. It's like, again, like I said, you're single because of this or you're single because of that, and it's like no,
not cool.
Maybe I just didn't want to settle the way you did. You know, you you know, you chose to settle for a man who was going to cheat on you for 20 years just so that you could become a wife. I'm not going to go through all that just to be a wife. You know what I mean?
Just settle for someone that you don't truly love just to be a wife.
Or that. Because he's taking care of you or whatever the situation is. So yeah, a lot of people do. They get married for the wrong reasons or just to have that title, like you said, Mike Fees. And that's not, you know, if you're committed and you love one another and you two are both like, I mean, I don't really, you know, care. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike said it. He said something about it being natural, and it gotta be.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it gotta be natural. Like when I was married, I wasn't a married material type of king, man. You know what I'm saying? We all man at the end of the day, but what kind of man is you? Is you a M-E-N man or a M-A-N man? So it's two definitions.
That's powerful. It is. That's powerful.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why me and Magic got such a tight relationship because, you know, I learned a lot from Magic like he learned a lot from me.
Yes.
I learned a lot from Big Treats and Uncle G, and you know, they raised me. So I'm around powerful people. So sometimes I wake up regretful. I wake up regretful that I wasn't the right man to keep a marriage because I ain't never want to be them people. I used to always say when I get married, I bet I'll never get a divorce. Now look at me. Got a real divorce, about to marry somebody else. But this time I could really say that because I'm ready.
Right. Well, you know what? And that's so important that you said that. So you said are you engaged again? You're getting married?
Well, I'm naturally engaged. I ain't put the engagement ring on that.
You know what? That's all that matters.
You're committed.
You're committed, and
I'm just committed,
and that means a lot. I'm sure to the person that you're committed with, because, like you said, you just spoke on being someone who you know, you weren't that man in the past. You know, so the fact that you've learned from your first marriage, because you know, Touré Roberts, he's a world-renowned pastor. He's married to Sarah Jakes Roberts, who is T.D. Jakes' daughter. And he has said, and I watch a lot of his videos, he was married one point in his life to a woman, and he ended up getting divorced. And he was a pastor that was a divorcee, you know, and so many people had so much to say about him because, you're supposed to make your marriage work. And he said, no, like, at the end of the day, a lot of people get into marriages with people who are not their soulmates.
Right.
You know,
Right.
God didn't ordain that marriage. You know, I went into a marriage that wasn't ordained by God. That wasn't my soulmate. You know, I didn't even think that there was a such thing as soulmates. When he said when he married his first wife, he married her because he thought that was what he was supposed to do next.
Right,
you know?
right. And then in the church world, speaking from personal experience, when most people are ministers or elders or preachers and stuff, pastors,
you're respected more if you have a family.
It's like you gotta have a first lady, or you gotta have so a lot of them just do it. And then like even a lot of the older pastors, when the ministers become of a certain standard, they like, well, you gotta get you a wife, or you gotta get, to make it like this team thing. And it's like, how do you even know that the woman that you with even comfortable with being in that position?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times the women get forced into first lady positions or ministerial positions because of who
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah. But I think I wouldn't I don't feel like they're forced into it. It's almost like, if you marry a pastor, if you're even start dating a pastor, it's kind of like, what's coming with that.
But everybody can't handle that.
No, you're right. You're right.
Okay, let me ask you this question, because to be honest with you, y'all sound like pastors. So let me ask you this: do you gotta have a church to be a pastor? Sometimes I feel that we question God's blessings in a positive way. If you know the difference between yes and no, you should know the difference between negative and positive.
That's so true. You're very right.
That's just how life works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. You might not have to have a building per se, but to be a pastor, you got to be able to lead people.
Yes, absolutely.
And if people, a good leader is not somebody who can lead people. A good leader, in my perspective, is somebody who people don't mind following.
Exactly.
You know the difference in that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, do people mind and do people respect you enough to want to follow you? I mean, anybody could get a group of people to follow them. You know what I'm saying? But
a good leader is always a great student.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That's what.
And what Treese always says, he says, you can't lead without love. You can't save without serving. So,
because leadership is serving.
You have to. You have to be a servant first before you can ever be a great leader. You know what I mean?
And it's putting your people before yourself.
Yeah.
So shout out to the leaders and pastors and city leaders that do that.
Yes, definitely. Definitely sending love out to our sponsor, Dr. Breon Hall.
Can I shout my pastor out since we on that conversation?
Yes,
shout out to the Worship Center Church, Dr. Pat McKinstry, Bishop Pat McKinstry, Bancroft and Collinwood. If you ever in the area, stop by. We are back in church now.
I've been there.
Come see us.
Yes, and also sending love to Bishop Culp and everybody at First Church of God. That was the church I was raised in. So yes, definitely got to send.
I like how you spent that, Mike.
But yeah, Mike Fees, that was a great conversation. I definitely love your input on everything and just hearing your story and your background and saying, I was married once and I wasn't husband material back then, and now I'm in a situation. I found someone who's made me want to be husband material. Is what it sounds like, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think a lot of people, like you said, are going into situations for the wrong reason. Oh, I got kids by this person. Now the next step is I got to marry him. Or
maybe they didn't have a pot to piss in to throw it out.
Or that. Or, or the woman is like pressuring, I think women, we have to stop pressuring these men. You know what I mean? If you have to pressure a man into marrying you, that I don't think that's really the relationship for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want no man who don't want to marry me. Like, I'm not about to force you to marry me. If you don't, I'm not keeping no man that don't want to be kept. If you don't look at me and think like, man, I want to wake up to you every day for the rest of my life, then I don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
I got a prose in my book, Pieces on Paper, where I say, I'm not good at trying to keep something that doesn't want to be kept. I tried once and all I did was lose myself.
That's deep. That's so powerful.
Yeah, that's powerful. I like that. You just gave me chills.
Right, for real.
I wake up feeling like that. So that's why I do everything in my power to keep my girl pleased that I didn't do with any other girl that I felt that I blew an opportunity with.
I love that. And what's her name? Shout her out right now.
Shout out to Unique, man. Shout out to Unique.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it.
And I want to shout out my church, too, Bethlehem Baptist Church, man. I'm going to shout out Reverend Slim, too, though, because he was a father figure to me. Even though people have bad stuff to say about him, I've seen him do more good than bad. But who am I to judge a person that I learned something positive from?
That's
I
right.
see the negative.
That's right. You were impacted.
But I ain't going to take too much of y'all time, man, because next time we have a great conversation like this, we coming in the show, we talk about everything. I'll probably fit everything.
You let me know, Mike V's. You let me know when you want to come in, and we going to have you in,
you too,
all right?
brother. I'm about to flood y'all with that music, too. Y'all keep having a blessed, holy day, man.
Okay.
Thanks for the motivation.
All right, you too. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Man, I love that. That makes me feel so good. So yeah, Mike Fees, definitely get with us. We'll have you in the studio one day for, to keep the conversation going. I love it. So yeah, back to my sleepwear though, because I'm about to be in my bed feeling real sexy.
What's the name of the line and how can they get it?
Sacred Sleepwear, www.sacredsleepwear.com.
So she got the website. It's official.
Yeah.
You gotta get a men's link on there.
I will.
Yeah, get the men's. Even though, I mean, most men don't need no sleepwear, but.
Right. That's kind of why I didn't even add men's, because I know most men, y'all just sleep.
But the boxers, I mean, you can do the boxers and the tank.
And the boxer briefs?
Yeah.
Oh, them boxer briefs are sexy.
Or them Christmas ones we make y'all wear every year.
Hey, we have another caller. You have reached the all-new Rise and Grind Morning Show. You're on the line with Leah Renee Rob Lewis, and my girl Chanel Kyles.
Good morning.
Good morning,
everybody.
Good morning.
First, I want to shout out the young man that's behind the scene, Mr. DeJuan Tiggs. That's my baby.
Hey, is this Mama?
Yes.
Oh, hey, yes, shout out to our boy DeJuan. Both of our interns, Marky Mark and DeJuan, behind the scenes, they hold it down and they engineer our show every day and they make it happen for me. So yes, we love your son.
Love him too. So I wanted to just chime into the conversation.
Yes, ma'am.
Basically, and I'm a single mom. Never been married, and I'm fine with that. But at some point, like what Rob was saying earlier, every woman, I feel like too, does deserve a good man or should have that.
Yes,
absolutely. So at some point, nobody wants to die alone.
Right,
and I'm not going to say, die alone because I have my son, I have kids.
Right.
But, that's still that companionship. At some point, I think everyone is going to want that, whether it's a man or a woman.
Yes.
But it's all a relationship, though. A marriage is a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
A friendship is a relationship.
Yes.
Your coworkers, that's a relationship.
Yep.
So you just have to learn how to know the people that you're in a relationship with for whatever it is and deal with them according to who they are.
Absolutely.
So for you to get married, it just has to be, because everything is a commitment and everything is a, it's a give and take thing. So it's what can I deal with, because nobody's perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times we as women are looking for perfect and we're not going to find perfect.
Right.
And then we get mad at the man because he's not meeting those expectations when we've made those expectations too high. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not saying lower your standards, women, because I did that before.
Yeah.
And it
Lord,
total regret. Total regret. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I'm not saying lower your standards, but you have to know who you're dealing with. And that all comes with being a friend first. Like,
Yes.
stop jumping into relationships and being, intimate and all of that without knowing this person. And you're only going to get to know this person by being a friend first.
Absolutely.
And then you know what you can deal with and whether this is something that you can wake up to every day for the rest of your life.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
you are so
I
true.
just feel like we go into it with the wrong expectations from the door, and then that's how things don't work out.
Yep.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. And no, I was just going to agree with what Leah was saying too, though. Be okay with yourself.
Yeah.
Be okay with being with yourself. You got to know yourself first and know what you're willing to tolerate even. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's so true because, I talk about, my past as a young girl being promiscuous and, just being lost out here and looking for love in all the wrong places. And as you grow and become a woman and you learn from your experiences and you get to a place where you do become whole within yourself and you now know who you are and you now know like, oh no, I'm not about to put up with that. I'm not about to tolerate this. I'm not about to tolerate that. And then your needs change, your wants change, your desires, your priorities. Like the type of men that I used to find attractive, now when I look at them, I'm like, ugh, like what was I thinking? Like, you know what I mean?
I think we all do that.
Yeah, and so it's like, and not just a physical thing though, you know, it's like just the whole, just as a whole, like when you see stuff, it's just everything, you know, and it's like, what was I attracted? Like, why was I attracted to that type of person, you know? But then it's just a reflection of who you were, like, because I was a mess, you know what I mean? So I was attracting people who were nothing but a mess, and then I was going for that, you know, and it's that toxicity, being in those toxic situations.
It shows like, your personal growth.
Yes,
though.
because
you can look back and say, man, I don't know how I put up with that, and I'm glad that now I'm at a point to where it's absolutely not, you know.
And so thankful for the grace and mercy that God bestowed on me and getting me through to the other side, you know, because
and keeping your mental dealing with it,
man, mental, physical, all that, you know. It's like it. So yeah, I definitely agree with everything you're saying.
And I don't want to cut you off here, but I want to add too, though. A lot of people let church force them into marriage because they think real. That that's what they're supposed to do, or they're not saved if they don't. You know what I mean? Right. They can't be attracted to this person and be in this relationship or commitment without being married, and then that church forced them into the marriage, and then they're unhappy. Don't do that. I mean, for all of these young girls, it's okay to be attracted to a man and you're still saved, you know, get on your knees and pray to God, and God will show what's right and what's wrong. Don't let these, you know, pastors and church mothers and them old folk, old folks, no disrespect, but you know what I mean? Because of tradition, you have to be married, and then you done settle.
Right, exactly. And now you're with someone who's not even your soulmate.
And a lot of things that the church do traditionally, not even just with marriage, you know, a lot of things that the church do traditionally put us in bad positions in the future. You know, a lot of those traditions.
And I think it ran a lot of people away from the church.
Yeah, right. For example, the other day, my neighbor doesn't go to church, and I went to church Sunday, so I had on Vans, I had on jeans, I had on a jersey, and we were just speaking. He was in the driveway, and he was like, he was like, you know, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, man, just coming from church. He was like, dressed like that? I said, yeah, why not?
Right.
Like, oh, okay. Oh, my church.
The Lord said, "Come as you are."
And he was like, "Oh, the church I grew up in, you couldn't go to church." I said, "Man, I'm in the pulpit like this. I'm a musician.
Period.
You know, my pastor don't hold me to my outfit. She hold me to my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So it's like a lot of people just, and we got to break that. You know, we got to be the ones to be like, okay, no, you can. And I tell my friends, you can come to church how you is. I mean, don't be having all your body parts and stuff looking out, you know, looking crazy, but dress how you dress, how you go to work. You can come
be
to church
comfortable
like that. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I had to kind of like tell my aunt about, not tell her about herself, you know, respectfully, but you know, we went to Michigan, where I'm from, to go to a church there, and when I was walking up, as I approached her, she was like, "You're wearing that to church? Like, you look like you're going to the club." And I'm like, first of all, I would never wear this to a club. Like, I literally had on a dress that was like down to my knees, that like, I think it might have been off the shoulder. Maybe that's why she felt like it was like, you know, or whatever. I don't know. But it was like, it wasn't form fitting. It was literally down to my, and I'm like, I would never wear this to a club. Like, and I was like, and I said, and you know what, Auntie? I said, it's people like you who run people away from church. I said, because if I didn't know you like that, you know, I probably would have been totally turned off and would have just left. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, I said, you can't do that to people in the church. You know, like, that's very judgmental. And she stopped, and she like, I don't know, she didn't expect me to say that. I'm thinking.
But you needed to say it.
You know, it needed to be said.
Sometimes
like,
the older, I don't want to say that. Well, yeah, the older folk, they need to hear, we need to stand firm on what we believe as young people. You know, if I can't, you know, I should be able to wear my chain to church without nobody looking at me all crazy, or wearing my jeans, wearing my tennis shoes, or wearing, you know,
Right, because they keep saying the young people not in church. Why won't they come to church? Because they don't feel comfortable coming to church.
It's too much judgment in the church,
right?
And that's not what it's supposed to be, you know. So
you need to meet them where they are, and guess what? As they read the Bible and mature in God, if they feel like what they're wearing is appropriate, they will feel that and they will change it. Otherwise, leave them alone.
That's right.
Leave them alone.
Just let people live and just be happy that they've come to this place.
You know, love and kindness is how you draw people.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
I love your take on that. I definitely appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate you raising this wonderful young man that you've put on earth. He's a great person, and he's committed, and he does a lot around here, and we love him here. So I appreciate you, Queen, you know, for putting this young man on this earth.
And he's happy to be there, and I appreciate you guys giving him the opportunity as well.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing a lot of positive, and he's so excited. So I guess it's working for everybody.
Amazing. I love it.
Y'all keep doing what y'all doing.
All right. Thank you so much. Yep. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. Bye.
Yeah, I love that. I love when we get callers, but that was Dewan's mom, and it's just, I love the fact that she called in and it's like, I'm listening, I'm watching, and she's supporting
and
her
giving
son
us some good wisdom
and giving
too.
us good wisdom. Yeah.
I love wisdom. That.
Me too.
Any older I ain't gonna even say older, but people with experiences that can help, I'm all for listening.
Yeah.
Because you can learn a lot from a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
And, it's about being a student of life. Like if you're not still asking questions, if you're not still trying to learn, I want everybody around me to be smarter than me. I want to learn something from every single person that I'm with. And just going back to what we were talking about relationships and like I was saying, desires and priorities changing and different things attract me now that attract me. I'm dating someone, I've been seeing someone lately. And,
Is that why you in here glowing?
It might be.
Are we doing shout outs or it's too early?
He knows who he is.
That's
he knows who he is.
And that's all that matters, right?
And I love him. And, this is the first time in my life that I've dated someone, like really dated someone and made them court me, and like no, not to just be getting all in my business, but no sex involved, we're literally just getting to know one another,
That's what's
and
up. That's priceless.
And it's a beautiful thing, and he's a beautiful person, and I'm really enjoying it, and
I'm sure you going into it with a different mindset.
Man,
that's the thing about relationships from the past. It helped, get your mindset together and know what you looking for, what you're not looking for, what you expect.
But only if you take that time to really figure that out.
Exactly.
Because a lot of men jump from one relationship to the next. You know what I mean?
And women, because I've been guilty of it.
Women, we definitely do it too. And it's really just to fill the void of what you think is missing from what you didn't get in the last relationship.
From a man's perspective, I think it's because it's hard for us to not want sex when being attracted to someone.
Yes.
If you could cut off that part of it and not make, like men, I'm speaking from a man's perspective, and not make it about sex, then I think you could get further with a woman.
And I think what a lot of men don't understand and realize is like they cut themselves off from what could be and what probably is a really dope person.
Yeah, because men be ready to move in quick. And I don't mean physically move in, like into the house, but I mean just move into the next step of whatever's next with a woman.
Or they be quick to run away. And so,
that's
it's
not
like,
a bad thing though.
Yeah, that's not always. You're right, because it weeds the wrong ones out.
And you don't lead nobody on or sell no false dreams. Like if you know it ain't gonna work, don't even waste your time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And on that note, we got another caller. Man, the lines are hot today, and I love it. I ain't mad about it. Caller, you've reached our new Rise and Grind Morning Show. You're on the line with Leah Renee. What is your name? Caller? Caller, are you there? All right. I don't know.
Just wanted to listen.
Well, we had I don't know what's going on with the connection, but we thought we had a caller, but they're not there. So, yeah. But anyway, it is so true, because one thing that I'm learning, through this time is like, the other stragglers that are there that don't need to be, it exposes them. You know, when someone real and solid comes into your life and shows you who they are instead of telling you and then being something completely different, but they really show you that, you know, they don't just tell you I'm this, they just show you who they are, you know. They show up and they show out, and your standards, you know, rise, and then you start to look at the people that you have been dealing with or that you may still be talking to or dealing with or whatever, and it's like,
yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut this one off, because a solid person, you know, man or woman, if you've been running into a bunch of riffraff or a bunch of people who are just trying to take from you, and then you finally run into someone who just wants to pour into you, and they don't even want nothing from you. Don't want nothing from you. They just want to pour into you. Then you start to see everybody around you who's just taken from you exactly for what they are. And it's like, I'm cool on that. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. When this person, you know, like when those people text you or call you, it's like now you just start to become unavailable. Like, I don't even want to talk no more, you know?
Blocked.
Right. You know, it's over.
My
Sorry.
Sister. I got a sister who, like, she is the block queen. Like, me and her talk all the time. My older sister.
Oh, I'm the block queen,
like,
too. I'll block real quick.
She was telling me not to put her business out there, but she was like, I went on a date with this one dude, and she was like, the minute he complained about the bill, I knew then.
Oh, man, can y'all fellas quit doing that? Like, that is like, the most unattractive. Like, as soon as
we got in the car, she was like, he thought I was about to follow him to the next spot. She said, I blocked him and went home.
Listen, if you have to complain about the bill, that you should not be taking a woman out. I'm sorry. Exactly. Like, that is ridiculous to me. And callers. We have a caller on the line. The phone lines are hot, and now we talking about this stuff. So, okay, caller. What's your name, caller? You on the line with Leah Renee?
Mike Chuck.
Mike Chuck, what's up, my boy?
Jersey Mike, what's poppin', Brody?
Hey, thank you for calling in. Family? What's up with you?
Man, I'm good, man. Y'all just speaking on some good stuff, man, and figured out time, man, too, especially with some relationships.
Yes,
you know?
I definitely want to hear from you. I definitely want to hear from you because I follow you and your wife, and you guys are such a beautiful couple. You have such a beautiful family. Those little girls are gorgeous, and I totally
Christian family too.
Man, it's so y'all so beautiful. You know who y'all remind me of? Y'all remind me of the Currys. Like, I swear to God, they're like the Currys of Ohio. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Mike
like,
got that jump shot too.
Oh, I already know. So, Mike, chime in. What are your thoughts about what we're talking about?
I mean, first of all, I appreciate the love. We always love to hear people just talk to us about just how they see it. I mean, obviously, ain't nobody perfect. We got our own things we deal with behind the scenes, but it's always behind the scenes with me and her. I never disrespect my wife in a way out in the public. You know, no matter how mad I might be, because I mean that's my wife at the end of the day, and it's in my eyes, it's forever.
Yes.
So and I'm not gonna say something to where you feel me. Like I gotta do right by the kingdom, and it's my kingdom.
That's
so,
right.
I mean,
facts.
But I mean, I wanted to say that just for some of the other people, man, who they talk about they still searching and who are still going through the whole courting process. I mean, when I first met my wife, she was just my girlfriend. I mean, I was who I was, just running around, doing my own thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I came across something. Matter of fact, the transition from that, the person who I was talking to before her, she had said something to me like, because she was salty about our little, break off or whatever. She's like, the next person you meet, try to make sure you don't try to have sex with them first, just get to know them. And I took that with when I met Shay, my now wife. And I mean, and be real though, it wasn't like she was just something easy catch for me to grab. When I first tried her the very first time, we was talking for like 3 weeks. And she shot me down, and I was like, I'm like, man, look, let me tell you, look, she came over to the crib like 2:30 one night. I'm thinking, like, oh, this is it. I'm about to go ahead and take her, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and get this out the way, send her packing. But it didn't go down like that. She hit me with the, like, you don't think it's too soon for us to be doing that? And I looked at her, I'm like, man, you don't even know what you really just did. She like, what? I ain't saying that. I say, what you want to do? Want to watch TV? What you want to do? To myself, I'm thinking like, man, she just made me respect her on a whole different level. Like,
that's
whole nother level. Just staying true to who she is. So I just want to encourage any man or female, man, just stay true to who you is, man. Don't, like I heard people, the words, don't compromise, don't settle. Just stay true to who you is, because it'll all work out for you, and you can always keep your head high in the long run with that.
Man, that's so real. And that was so powerful. And that's coming from a married man. And someone who was definitely, you know, a player back in his day.
So, Mike, can I throw this question out there if it's not TMI? So how long did she make you wait?
How long did she make me wait?
Yeah.
To be real, it might have been like close to like the 2-month range, somewhere around that like 2.5 months range, and and like I said, it was. But in between all that, like I said, because we didn't have that, just to fall back on. Between all that, we really got to know each other and know a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying, our morals and values and what I really appreciate about her as a female and vice versa. And then even when we got together, we was together 5 years before we even hopped into the whole marriage situation, like officially 5 years. Right. And I mean, luckily, we was one of the, I was blessed to have her with me because we both started seeking God at the same time, and it helped us both in our walk. Powerful. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do it without him.
Man, that's so powerful. I love that you said that, Mike, because that's the first and foremost thing, right?
Yeah.
And I believe, like, had you both not been in that place, you know, God's not gonna bring you in touch with your soulmate until He knows that you're ready, right? Like, there were times where I would think to myself, like, God, why me? What's wrong with me? How come? But then I had to really take a look in the mirror and say, okay, Leah, what is wrong with you? And it was a lot wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes the who we want ain't who He want us to be.
Oh my God!
You know, my God! We really be like so gung ho on who we think is perfect for us, but it's
ain't even half of what He got for us. Facts. And it's crazy. That's so true.
And some people do get married, even still, because that's who they want, and then they go. That's why, like, I don't think divorce is a bad thing if that's what it takes for you to be happy.
Yes.
You know, if you gotta separate from a situation to get yourself together, I'm whether it's divorce or whatever.
And that's what that pastor I was telling you guys a minute ago was basically saying in that video. He was like, I'm not going to allow these postmodern, Christian people to make me feel bad about who I am. That wasn't the marriage that God had ordained for me. We had decided mutually that we weren't happy and we wanted to go out and be happy.
And the danger is being somewhere because you feel like you gotta stay there, but you're not happy.
You're not happy.
You're killing yourself.
And life is too short. We don't know how much time we got. I'm not about to spend a day with somebody who unhappy. I'm not gonna do it. No. I'm not gonna do it.
Sometimes what we want ain't even what we want.
Exactly.
Because people don't understand that trauma chooses too.
Ooh, we say that again.
You know what I mean? So sometimes what we want is not even what we want.
Right.
You know, so it's very important to get in touch with yourself.
Yes, it is.
It is.
How long you been married, Mike?
Yeah, Mike, how long have you guys how long have you two been married?
Man, that's crazy. I just asked me that because we going on 9 years in October.
Wow. So that is beautiful, man. That is beautiful.
Yeah, man. It's love. It's been great.
Everybody who's listening, I need y'all to throw up your hearts. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show. I see y'all on the live. I see y'all listeners, man. Throw up the hearts for the Chakas, man. For the Menchakas, because they are a beautiful family, man. Throw up the hearts. Throw up the hearts for Black Love. Throw up the hearts for my boy Rob and his wife, too, because I love hearing this. Like, I love when I can sit down and talk to married couples who, who are in a space, like a good space like that. They talk highly of their partner, and they're not scared to say, yeah, I mean, like he said, we're not perfect. We got
and Mike said something that really helps too when he said that when they go through things, it's behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. He said, we're not perfect. Yeah, we go through our shit, but it's behind the scenes.
Me and my wife, whatever we go through, we don't share.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's social media. I don't care, none of that. Anytime you gonna see me publicly and it got to do with my wife, it's bigging her up.
Period.
You know, no matter what the situation is. I ain't now me and her can have a conversation and I might be just irritable that day. That just might be me. Right. You know, she has her days that, when y'all that time of the month you know what I'm saying? When y'all get or the things we do that irritate y'all. You know, my wife she got a list of things that I do that irritate her around the house or different things. And she says she said I'm impulsive. That's her thing. You impulsive. You just react too fast. But I don't know. That's a strength and a weakness. You know. So it's like because when it's time to react, I got you, boo. You ain't gotta worry. You know. So and then vice versa, she be wanting me to be patient on some things, and I might take the money in. You know. And then like, you know, but it's learning curves.
Yeah,
it's
trial and error.
Each other.
It's all about trial and error.
Yeah, figuring
like
it out.
Like we were saying yesterday, you won't get those wins until you have, you know, some. We don't like to call them losses, but lessons, right?
She made me wait too, so I understand Mike.
See, and that's so real. Then, so like, I love hearing that from you two married men. So ladies, you hear these two beautiful black men talking about this. Like, this is not. This is real. Like, it's so real. There's another guy. His name is Derek. He's a really big influencer on YouTube. He talked about that same thing with his wife. When he met his wife, she was celibate, and you know, like, we have to start protecting our goods. Like, quit, like Dewan's mother said, quit jumping into bed with every man you meet. Like,
and that gave me a sense of security to know, like, okay, I know she ain't just giving it up to nobody.
Exactly.
If she like me and I ain't getting it,
I know ain't nobody else.
Her. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I could trust her for sure.
So, ladies, we got to do better too. We got to do better. We have to protect ourselves. We do hold the power at the end of the day.
Y'all do.
And you know, if you don't
y'all
know, until you know, you have to tap into that, and you got to know your power. You know. So thank you, Mike Chalk. I appreciate all the love and support. I be seeing you tuning in every day, and I really, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love and support, and thank you for calling in. I love to hear from, you know, solid ass individuals, and you are definitely one of those.
Man,
you hung up on him?
Yeah, he did.
That's okay. Shout out to Mike Chalk. We got another caller on the line. We're going to take one more caller because we got to close the show out. But caller, you're the last caller on the Rise and Grind Morning Show this morning. What's your name?
Oh, I'm back. I had to clarify one thing before I got to meditate.
Is this Fees?
Yeah, this Fees. I had to clarify one thing because I ain't hear nobody say it. I wanted to see if anybody had some similarity. I was the second husband. That was my first marriage. It was her second.
Oh, okay. And so...
Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Oh, go ahead.
So wait, you're talking about your first wife that you married?
Yeah, my first wife that I lasted almost 10 years with. I was her second husband. She's already throwing my face of how her first husband used to be better, but since I was a street dude as a worker, I changed to become less of a street dude to become more of a family man and a worker, and she still didn't appreciate it, so it let me know she still had feelings for the bad seed that she had planted that she was trying to get out of her garden.
Well, expect the unexpected.
And now you
but yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. I'm going to get back to meditating. That's all I wanted to say.
Mike, I hope after that happened, you asked yourself why you attracted it.
Oh, I sure did.
Okay.
That's powerful, too. And like you said, he learned from it, so that's what it's all about, right?
You better believe it.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, have a blessed day, y'all.
Have a good day. Yeah,
bye-bye.
I love that. Like, that's what it's all about. I mean, living and learning. Like, you can't, like Trace always says, it's not losses. We have to take it as lessons. Right. It's only a loss if you've went through that situation and learned nothing from it and keep repeating the same stupid mistakes. You know what I mean? So just like Mike Chuck said, you know, stand on your truth and stand in who you are. You know what I mean? And as we grow and as we evolve and become these better people, that's what weeds out the people who ain't no good and who don't want, you know, who just want to take the leeches and the people who are just
friends.
Anybody. Too. I'm talking about all across the board. Yeah. It weeds people out because when you get to a place where you stand for something and you're not going to fall for anything and you stand firm in who you are and you know who you are, people who don't mean you any good or who aren't, you know, in that space, it's very obvious, you know what I mean? And so it's like you have to weed those people out, and especially in relationships, like we said, take that time to really court a woman. Take the time to make a man court you. Like we have to get back to those days.
Don't be cheap, fellas.
Don't be cheap. Yeah, back to that thing about y'all dudes gotta stop doing that. Y'all gotta stop getting to the table and getting the bill and being like, oh man, damn, that was $150. Man, if you do not stop, like, don't take me out the first of all, I'm tired of the dudes who be flossing and talking all this cash money shit. And then when a woman wants some of the cash money, now she a gold digger and she like, come on, quit talking all that cash money shit.
You gotta be willing to share it.
Period. Like don't come out the gate talking that if that's not what you come with.
And I'm gonna say, like, if the quality of the woman deserves the quality of the date.
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely.
Like, if the woman dope and she all the way dope and you trying to win her, you can't just take her where you would take, you know,
Think outside
And
the
can y'all
box.
fellas stop? Can y'all
up.
stop thinking that going to get in a bottle and taking a girl to the bar is a date? That is not a date. That's not what we mean by courting. Okay. Don't call me at no 10:30 at night talking about where you trying to go? What bar you trying? Nah,
and that's too many interruptions and interactions. That's not enough one-on-one.
Not at all.
You gonna see people you know. You might run into 3 or 4 girls you already didn't talk to. That's just energy that's in the way.
Yeah.
To get to know a person, you need some one-on-one. Dinner,
absolutely, I agree.
Cigar bar,
we got to get back
jazz
to the court.
Lounge.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Like you don't take her to the club where you might run into 5 other chicks you done mess with. That whole energy is weird. Don't
and even
introduce
if you
her
don't,
to
it's
that.
just like why take a woman there? Like if you're trying to go on a date, take her on a date.
Yeah, right. A date.
And I'm gonna give y'all some more free game, men. Stop asking a woman what she wants to do. Take the initiative, because us as women, we love men who take initiative.
Y'all just don't ever know what y'all want to eat.
But that's what I'm saying. Take the initiative. Call me and be like, baby, be dressed, be ready at 8:30. This is where we going. This is what we doing.
You said
and I'll be like,
well, early date
I'll
too.
be like, well, damn. Okay,
right.
Okay, Zaddy, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you want to be a leader, lead. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And
so
women appreciate that.
We appreciate that. That's what it's free game. It's free game, fellas. That's all I'm saying.
Spend that money, man.
Spend that money. You heard him. Spend that money.
If you can buy Jordans, if you can buy all these fake belts and stuff, all that stuff.
Preparation goes a long way.
Yeah, you gotta spend that money, man.
Absolutely,
it does,
man. Well, this has been a really dope show. I'm so happy that you guys both came in. You know, shout out to Jesse for bringing my boy Robin, because you gonna, you know, anytime that Treese decides he wants to step out, I'm gonna be calling you in the mornings like, hey, I need you to come on in. So
this worked perfectly because on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you know, I'm usually working more in the evening than during the day. So,
I love it.
But y'all know, like, I'm a team player. Wherever y'all need me to jump in,
I love it. So I'm so happy to have you here. And Chanel, thank you so much for coming in.
How can they get the book?
Yes, we put it in the comments.
Yeah, you can pretty much find the book on all platforms. You can go to Amazon.com. Barnes & Noble is in Barnes & Noble on the shelf. It's in the library.
It's in the store. In the store.
The ebook.
Yep,
Ain't that what it's called?
Kindle version. Yeah, all
of it.
All that. You can get it. All of it.
Dope. So you guys make sure you support my girl Chanel Kyles. Go get her book, Learning to Get It Together, and
Learning How to Get It Right.
I'm sorry. Learning How to Get It Right. Girl, get it right. Get it right.
And what's the other one?
Pieces on Paper.
Pieces on Paper.
Before we go though, will you just give us like a little snippet of some poetry?
A snippet of some poetry.
Yeah, just something quick.
Oh, I don't know. I don't ever remember my poetry off the top of my head. Okay. I really don't. Like, I don't ever remember my poetry off the top of my head.
Okay, so where can we see you perform then? If like, where do you
know what, unfortunately, what I really don't like is that Toledo don't have a lot of poetry shows. Like, we don't really showcase our artists as much as we should. Shout out to LJ Hamilton, because he do a really good job at trying to showcase the poets, spoken words, things like that. He does it often. He hasn't done it in a while, but anytime he does a show, I'm always front and center.
At a couple of his events, so
okay.
I'm very familiar with his events.
Yeah.
And he a dope poet too.
Yeah, he is. He really dope. That's he really dope. So anytime he has a show, a slam, anything like that, most of the time I'm front and center. Okay. I'm usually there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping in and talking to me today. And of course, I appreciate all my viewers and listeners. Before we go, I want you guys to throw up those hearts again one more time for me. Throw up those hearts. Throw up those hearts.
Hey, and Big Trees, I love you, bro.
Yes, Big Trees, we missed you and we love you. Also, make sure you go to ToledoCityPaper.com and vote the Rise and Grind Morning Show, the hottest local podcast, and make sure you vote Big Trees and Miss Leah Renee, the best anchor duo. Yes. And make sure that you guys stay tuned for all of our shows, because we got Heat, we got Executive Suite, we got 419 Grind, we got Real Table Talk, Self-Explanatory, Nothing But Net, Capital T, No Facts Given, Claw Talk, HBCU Vibes, and Underrated, all coming soon. So we got Heat. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We appreciate
Thank you.
all
Shout out to my daughter.
Yes. Oh, happy birthday to my sister, Rachel Nicole Brown, all the way in AZ. Happy birthday, sis. I love you. I miss you. And we'll definitely, celebrate the next time I see you. So shout out to my sissy. I love you. And my niece is on her way from AZ right now. I'm about to go pick her up from the airport when I leave. So Shout out to all our families.
Hey, I enjoyed you, Leah. You the truth.
I enjoyed you. You the truth too, man. And I enjoyed both of you. This was a great show. Definitely shout out to everybody who tuned in and everybody on the live. We love you guys. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Real Table Talk with Leah Renee, because Chanel will be back for Real Table Talk.
And the talk will get real.
It's gonna get real. And we're also sitting down with my girl Cherie Robinson, and she's gonna talk about some things that she's working on too. I don't know if you know her or not, but me and her started my show. We started the show together.
Okay.
And then she had to step back a little bit, but she's coming in to kind of like co-host with me and you know, talk about some things that she's got going on. So it's going to be lots of girl talk today.
I can't wait.
Make sure you guys stay tuned for Real Table Talk with Leah Renee. It'll be airing tomorrow around 7 p.m. And, you know, till next time.
Much love.
Bye-bye.